Hi, okay. So basically for my reflections on as or being a social studies learner, never really had the best time with social studies in grade school, especially. And now I just have like negative thoughts about it. So basically, in my primary and intermediate grades, I don't have any memory, really, of social studies. Don't know why or anything. But I do remember, like, during the 9/11 attacks, but my mom's the one that, I'm pretty sure, my mom's the one that, like, told me about what was happening with the terrorist attacks and everything. So I don't remember really learning about that in school. And then I do remember where my hometown is. We live, like, only, like, not even an hour away from Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. So we went there for a field trip once. I guess maybe it was for social studies. But I don't remember what we did there or why we went there. But I'm just guessing it was for social studies. And then in middle school, I remember a sixth grade social studies teacher that I had, but I don't know a single thing that happened in there. Don't remember. And the only reason why I remember my teacher is because of his name was Mr. Beveridge, which everyone thought was cool. And then next time, or the first social studies class I remember is from 8th grade, and that was, yeah, not the best experience. I mean, the first question we had was, like, what's the capital of the USA? And I was just blanked out, and I got made fun of the whole entire class, or by the whole entire class. I didn't know that Washington, D.C., for some odd reason I didn't know Washington, D.C. was the capital. So I felt dumb already, like the very first class. And that was my first memory of learning social studies. And then, basically throughout the whole entire class, you just had to memorize events, when the events happened, like dates, people involved, where it happened. It was just memorizing. And if you didn't have to memorize, it was open book, but you still had to know the information. All for the grades. So basically, you would just kind of fake it till you make it. And then you just wouldn't deal with it ever again after that test. And then in high school, only got worse from here. High school, I had government class in ninth grade. Well, that was just horrible. I thought 8th grade was bad until I got to ninth grade. And that was like my first, like, kind of like more studious, like lecture class, all about taking notes. And then it was just like, once again, memorizing facts. People, who's in what chair, who works with the government. I still couldn't tell you, I don't know. So basically just kind of guessed with the test. Try to memorize. And then in 10th grade, I learned about the Renaissance and like Industrial Revolution. Probably more events, but I can't really tell you right now. Very monotone teacher. He was very interested in government. He taught all history classes, but he was not a very interesting individual. So, if they didn't act interested, I was not interested either. And I mean, none of my friends were interested in history. Why would I even try? Whole high school, every single human being that I was friends with hated history. No one cared for it. The thing to be cool. Don't do history. So I stopped after 10th grade. I didn't do any like AP classes because that's what you did in the county after 10th grade. It was like an elective to do like AP World History. Sorry, it's my dogs. Sorry. And then in college, a little bit better. My first semester was a complete lecture class. I'm trying to think now, and I couldn't even think of a single thing I learned in that class. Every single day for 50 minutes, 3 times a week, we would get there, pull out our notebooks, I would non-stop be writing notes about what happened. I don't know. I don't remember. I couldn't tell you right now. It was all about tests. All about memorizing these notes. Man, I've never taken so many notes in a single class before. That was a very bad class. 4B, yeah, I don't know. And then, the only class that I even remember in my whole entire education career is my geography class in college, which was everything was pass-fail, the papers. The tests were open book. It was a magnificent class. I have never been good with geography. I've never been given a map like, here, memorize these dates. I never learned that state song that everyone knows, you know. I've never been good with geography in the U.S. or just world geography. But that class, you know, once again, it was just memorizing for the test. I couldn't tell you where anything is again, unfortunately. But, you know, it was just a lot more motivating because I did want to do well in college, much more motivation than in high school. And I had friends in the class too, so everything was just a lot more like, let's do together the test. It was just a lot more motivating. Sorry, I'm looking at my outline. And now, so those were both freshman year. Now being a senior, I haven't taken any more or social studies classes since then. However, I've been coming a lot more into news and events that are happening around the world. And as I'm like Googling all of these, you know, like the ISIS, Ebola outbreak, like the Malaysia plane crashes, like all different kinds of events, you're kind of like realizing where everything is happening around the world, like geography wise, and you're learning more about their cultures and everything. It's just got me a lot more motivated with social studies. And with the election coming up, you know, Donald Trump, you're becoming more interested in the government and political stuff. Well, not me personally, but other people. So, as I become older and like more interested and motivated to learn about these stuff, it's a lot better. But then, I'm really nervous to teach social studies in elementary school because I was never motivated. And I mean, I know right now in my school, all they learn about in their 4th grade class is about Maryland. So, I mean, I haven't seen a social studies lesson or anything, so I just hope it's a lot more inquiry based than how it was when I learned it, because it just was not textbook reading or like answering these questions on the text. And I don't remember a single thing. And I didn't have to. But like inquiry based, it's more like you're thinking about it more and you have to figure out the answer. It's just a lot. It's learning for yourself, rather, you know. So I'm just kind of excited to see how the lessons are now. So nervous, yes, to teach it. Excited, yeah, after I see a lesson, hopefully I'll be more excited. You just need a teacher that's obviously enthusiastic about teaching it, unlike my teachers, because they weren't motivated, so why the heck would I try? Like, you have to show that you're enthusiastic for your students to be enthusiastic about the learning. So it just all comes, you know, together as a teacher. So, I guess we'll see how it works out.